grows in real dirt, you know, without a lot of water on it. You know, your grandma's tomatoes that taste like a real tomato. And we all know what the tomatoes taste like that we get in the middle of winter out of a hothouse or hydroponically grown where there's been all this water and fertilizer. They just never get that good tomato. And it's really not about what you can't use. It's really about what you can do. It's about building life back into the farming system. So the things that we do that make a lot of difference, like around all of our vineyards, you'd see a strip of plants planted like this right here that are meant to bring a lot of insects back into the farming system. It really didn't bring life back into the farming system, not only above the ground, but more importantly, below the ground. And by having lots of organic matter in the soil, we really enrich in the microbial world that's under the soil. And a healthy soil with all these microorganisms will break down the organic matter to make the nutrients available to the plant in a very measured, balanced diet sort of way. And then, of course, it builds soil structure to hold moisture. So it's critical to our ability to dry farm as well. So in walking out into one of our vineyards, it's really like walking out on a mattress, because that soil is so alive because we've added all this organic matter. We do that in the wintertime. Our natural rainfall comes in the winter here. And so we spread cover crops out here. We seed cover crops. And you come out here in March, you'd be up to your chest in peas, oats, vetches, things like that. They get turned back into the soil along with compost to start breaking that organic matter down as nutrient for the plant. So it's really it costs less money. It's easier to do. It allows the vines to live longer, and then of course it has this unbelievably important effect on wine quality. So I think the real question is, why isn't everyone doing this? And the answer really is there wasn't a lot of information about how to do this. When you did it 20 years ago, you were kind of out on your own. But that's changed a lot in the last few years. And of course now organic is, you know, it's not that big of a deal anymore. But we still think it's important part of what we do, and it's all about kind of building a little biodiversity into your farming system. So we'll kind of see that. Let's just walk through the gardens and take a stroll around, and we'll get over to where the tanks are fermenting and get a few sniffs. 10 days, 2 weeks, and this will be wine. And yeah.
Don't take a big whiff. It's like a little fog of carbon dioxide.
We also have like a $75 bottle of wine. But this is the kind of wine that you can put in your cellar, buy 6 bottles of it, and try it, you know, over the next 50 years, and just go, oh my God! I remember the time I first had that in Rutherford with the guy that made it. Okay, well now you got an experience that's kind of neat, you know, and that's at the highest level is what wine's all about, and we can all get excited about 98 points from Parker. That stuff is all bullshit. It really is this connection with soil and place that is what great wine is all about. And I'm not saying this is a great wine. All I'm saying is this is an honest attempt at making that kind of wine. And we should look out for those kind of wines and celebrate them when we find and taste them. So it's been great to have you guys here today. We can sit around and drink the rest of the bottles, but thank you guys for coming.
Thank you. Thank you. Great experience.